Hi guys, and welcome back to Trash It. So today we've got something a bit interesting for you, okay, especially for the men in the house. Okay, so ladies, hello, how are you all doing?
We're doing great.
Great, okay. So the topic we're trashing today is a satisfied husband or man a faithful husband or man? Okay, and to what extent would you go to satisfy your other half? What would you do to satisfy him? I mean, in this era where you have the slave queens, you have the side chicks, you have the mistresses, proud to be as well, okay, they're not hiding it anymore, and you as a wife at home, you're like, oh my god, what would I do to help my marriage, to make sure that my husband doesn't go out there and cheat on me, or, you know, get hooked by one of these, you know, side chicks or mistresses and whatnot. And you as a wife, you want to do everything, and when I say everything, I mean everything for your man, just to make sure that he's satisfied, to make sure that you know that you've ticked all the boxes. But still, do you think that man would be a faithful man? Ladies, what say you?
So I can see I've got my glasses on. Let me just talk.
Well, I personally feel as a woman, you should do your best to satisfy your man, in terms of, if you do your best, as in, you shouldn't do everything for a man, in terms of, don't be doing it because you're thinking, oh, I'm doing this because I don't want him to go and cheat. But I think you just need to do it to your own conscience, to feel like, okay, I'm doing my best in my relationship.
But what if your best is not good enough?
And
then
then
what do you mean? What would you class as your best?
My best is my best. Whatever I can do, I can do. If I
So
can't
give
do
me
it,
an
I
example
can't do
of
it.
your best.
Okay, so for instance, I wouldn't do it to, like, some men would say, okay, do a threesome or whatever. I'm not gonna do that to satisfy.
Would you do a foursome though, or five?
I wouldn't do any of that. Like, for me, it's like, what's the point of that? I can't do that. So if that is gonna make you go and cheat, then
Can I just ask you why you can't do that?
I'm not into that.
Why you're not into it?
I'm just not into that. I'm selfish.
It doesn't tickle up fancy. Let's wait.
Okay,
see,
madam.
let me just put my glasses
Some
on.
people
I'm
can't
legally
cook
blind.
as well, in terms of cooking. Some people say a woman has to cook. Yeah, it's great for a woman to cook, but for me, in my relationship, I'm not cooking for my man. Now that I have a child, I'm cooking because I feel a child should have a good meal. But for me, if it was just me and him, whatever we eat, we eat. I'm sorry, I'm not going to say I need to cook to satisfy a man.
Right,
Because
can I just interject into that?
Yeah, yeah.
And I say this, never, Mr. God is actually, I'm a lazy lover. Let's put it that way. My husband puts the extra work in to make the whole.
Can you expand?
No, I'm just naturally just lazy.
In what way?
In what way? Yeah.
in the bed, you mean?
Oh no, I give you up. I give up the cookies. I'm just naturally lazy when it comes to cooking.
Okay.
What, cleaning?
No, cleaning. We've got cleaner for that.
Okay.
So cooking is not really my forte, but that doesn't mean I don't cook. It's easier for me to order in. I cook and I order in. It's just that's just because I'm a very busy person. But back to what we're saying. Even if you do all that, threesome, sevensome, tensome, if there's anything like that, anyone that would cheat will still cheat. Men are not monogamous in who they are. They're raised to think I can go about like a busy bee and start plucking on every nest available. So you don't have to. I get what you're saying.
Generally, you know, like if you talk to your mom or your aunties or whatever, people will be like, for instance, make sure you're doing this.
Yeah, but think about it.
I'm very interested in the point you raised earlier when you said, even though you're married, if you didn't have a child and you're just married, you and your husband, you don't feel like you have to say, oh, what do I cook today? So are you trying to tell me when you get married, you're not going to think to cook for your husband?
So I cook because I want to cook. I don't cook in my head to think, okay, I have a man, so I have to cook for him. I'm cooking because I feel there needs to be food in my house, not because of him, because I need to eat and because my child needs to eat. It's not a thing.
No, forget about the child. Assuming there was no child.
Okay. So for me, I would cook. If I'm in my house and I'm hungry, I will cook for me. And if I don't feel like cooking and I want to order Chinese, then I order Chinese. I'm not going to say, oh, a man's coming.
So you have a husband, yeah, you have a husband. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not saying that the woman's place is in the kitchen. No, but I'm just saying, like, as a married woman, yeah. You know, you come back from work, you need to fix something for you and hubby, so you wouldn't think to do that.
No. For me,
sorry,
I feel I don't have to. I feel as a woman, as a wife, you need to always make sure your hubby has food, whether or not it's my food that I cook or not. So I'm not gonna not come home and say, oh, for me, if I come home and my husband's at home, I need to make sure he eats. But it doesn't mean I have to cook that food for him to eat. I could order, as long as he eats, he eats.
But do you not think for a woman to cook for her man is also showing love?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I will cook. I'm not saying I would never cook, but I'm not. If I don't feel like cooking,
but you're making it sound as if you're just going to be doing that all the time.
No.
But hold on. You're putting the emphasis on just Moji cooking.
No,
hold on.
Yeah.
You're putting the emphasis on just Moji cooking. There are two people in this relationship. In as much as she's hungry, he's also hungry as well.
Why can't he cook?
Why can't he cook?
Okay. And the topic.
But then he might
a
say,
satisfied husband is a faithful husband.
But what about the wife?
So no. We're not talking about a satisfied wife, a faithful wife.
Can I just say something?
Okay.
When you say a satisfied husband, it means most people would say a man needs to be fed, like a man's belly needs to be fed. But it doesn't have to be with my food.
No.
Food. So is it
But in the black culture, sorry. No, but in the black culture,
listen, there's tasters around the corner.
They always say if you feed a man is more willing to stay, isn't it? Because
stay where? I'll feed
with you because at the end of the day, a man like a nice stew, a nice rice.
Let me
Come
tell
on.
you.
No,
They're now raising some men.
Well,
God bless you men out there that are goats. Yeah, a goat will eat anything, and you see people that would, like men that would say, well, my wife has to have it later. I remember growing up, we had a tenant, and I hope their children are not watching it. The woman will serve food, the man is not home, she will kneel down to the table and she will plate it out. The man is not home, and then the man, when he comes home, he's eating, she's standing there waiting for him to finish the food. They're not like loving relationship, married. The man loves his wife, the woman loves her husband. Like, I used to see them like, man, how could, like, she's an alien or something. But the man will be like, oh, I'm just strolling down the road, and he's going to his girlfriend.
I think it's nice to cook. I'm not saying for your husband, but I don't think it should be that, oh, I'm cooking because I want to satisfy him. Can I just say, because if you're a really busy woman and you're very independent, and in terms of you've got a job and you're tired, by the time you get home, you don't always have time to prepare food in terms of go in the kitchen and cook. But for me, it's important that you make sure that there is food. So if I'm too tired, as I said, I'll stop at Tasties, pick up some jollof rice or whatever, and I'll bring it and we eat. As long as he's got food. Because when you think about it, rich people, in terms of even back home in Africa, proper people of status, the women don't cook. They have housemaid and whatever cleaning. And their husbands are not coming in
I think we're, hold on, Celia, hold on. I think we're getting hung on the food alone.
Yes, because it's one of the ways you can satisfy a man, especially your husband. But no, wait, let me say something. No, I know, I do.
You talk about back home.
No, forget about the elite and all of those. Do you understand? Now, if you watch those elites, the man is always cheating on the wife, and the wife knows that her husband is cheating on her. Do you understand?
Not necessarily.
Okay. What I'm saying is, okay, I know that these days, especially in the UK, women are busy 9 to 5. I'm busy. I work 9 to 5. You are. We all are. Okay, but I feel that no matter how busy you are as a woman, you should make time. Don't get me wrong, okay? What I do all my cooking on a Saturday or Sunday and put it in the freezer. Before I got married to my husband, he would say, oh, no, I can't eat stew from yesterday. I'd be like, yeah, okay. So I will cook stew for him every day. But as soon as we got married, and I'm like, babes, sorry, we need to freeze it, okay, and bring it out the next day and heat it up. That soup, we need to freeze it and bring it out, and because I'm not going to be cooking stew and soup every day, okay. But what I'm saying is, you have to make way. You have to make time to prepare that food, put it in the freezer, and it's there. If you're saying to your husband, babes, I'm really tired, okay, let's do pounded yam today, let's do rice, let's do jollof rice, and then on other occasion you can order in. That's great, but no matter how busy
you realize that some men don't care about if you actually cook. There are men that actually be like, what are we eating? Do you need me to pick this up? Do you need me to order?
I've got friends that very, I'm not saying we're not rich, but that are very, very rich and they don't cook. They've got, in this London here, they've got people who cook for them and they order every week. They order whether it's beans, stew, mashed, whatever. They bring it in a container. They put it in the freezer the same way you would cook. And they try different
not the
caterers
same
or
way I
whatever.
would cook.
No,
It's
but what I'm
not,
trying to
because
say
I'm
is that
cooking my food with love
you're
for my
saying as
family,
well that
and this woman has cooked the food
With
because
money.
because someone
she
has paid her to do. And the thing is, you don't know what people are doing in their house.
Exactly.
when
But
they're
then you're
cooking
saying
this food.
before
Okay.
you got
But then-
married, you used to cook fresh
can I
every
say
day.
something?
So you
Don't get me wrong. No,
So
don't
you
get me wrong.
changed.
Don't get me wrong. No,
So-
don't get me wrong. My husband, when we were dating, he didn't live here. He lived in Germany. So for me, it was good. Whenever he came, I wanted to, because I was happy to see him. So I had time. I had time. But
Make
when
the time.
we started to live together in the UK,
Oh,
I ain't got that time to be
I
cooking
think
every
we're
day.
getting hung.
Okay, yeah, so let's
Oh,
move
yeah,
from
that's
the
what I was
food.
gonna say.
Let's move
I was
from
gonna
food.
say because it's not just food.
It's not
Okay,
just food.
Okay, so let's move to other
That's
areas.
okay.
Let's move to other
But
areas.
you know, as you say, you know, you have food, you have sex, you have all different things, and the most important thing is time as well. Because the thing is not just food and sex. Some
Right,
people just
yeah.
don't make the time anymore. You know, as you say, everyone work now, everyone is busy. You know, sometimes you come home, the husband's like, okay, well, you're home now, you take over, bye, I'm going out with my friends. So this is what I'm saying. How do you then try to satisfy him from him going and seeing other... To be honest, I don't want to say that all men cheat, but I'm just saying that no matter sometimes how much you do in the home, if a
Whoever
man
will cheat,
wants
will
to
cheat,
cheat, he
yeah,
will
will
go.
cheat, yeah,
And as I was saying before the show, apparently it's because it's in their gene. They're the hunters.
I don't think all
You
men
know?
cheat.
Yeah, I'm not saying all man. I'm just saying sometimes when you make it so easy and complacent for them, sometimes that excitement is gone. So you could be the prettiest, you could be
The best
you know, the
cook.
And you
best
could be
cook,
perfect.
you could be the
Okay.
best sex partner for that person, as you say, doing the 3 to 7 day, I don't know, the
Throw your
school up
legs
and
up
down
the
the
chandelier.
helicopter, whatever position he asks you doing, you watch porn with him, you could be the best of
And you'll still
everything
cheat.
for that man, because it's so easy and it's so boring. It becomes boring for them.
So it's a good thing
That-
to keep them
Yeah, keep them clean. You know, so this is what I'm
Because then
saying.
you could be doing everything for
No,
the
no,
man,
no, I'm
and then the man now feels, okay, you know what? Let me go and find another man.
No, because you know, no.
And the man just wants to
It's
try
true.
other
Something
things.
new. Something new.
Okay, but you're not finding that funny, are you?
No, because I don't think people just wake up and become
Well, no, they don't. But
bisexual.
what I'm trying to
But
say,
they
what I'm
explore.
just trying to say is,
That's
no matter
a bit-
sometimes, no matter what you do, it's not enough.
Yeah.
They start to find other things that they would like to do that they haven't tried. Okay, I've done it all now.
Yeah,
My
so
wife
what
is
is
giving
it?
me
Yeah.
giving me everything that I want. So let me see what else I could try.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
So that's why just do what you can and just leave it.
I think that if you're in a relationship, as I say, and you see that things are becoming a little bit too boring, a little bit too safe, a little bit, that's when you, as the woman, should say, you know what? Let's try something more exciting.
Let's
Such a-
exactly.
such
You
a-
say that, and he says you want to have anal sex. What do you then do? That hurts, like.
Well, no. See,
Well, it
anal sex.
depends.
No, anal
You wouldn't
sex.
just
is
do
not-
everything he tells you to do. As
No,
well.
but
Like,
you
you're not his-
you were the
you're
one
not-
that
no, no.
asked the
But what I'm
question.
saying, you're not his lapdog. So if he say jump, it doesn't mean you bloody go jump, because you should be independent to say, look, no, I'm not your slave. I'm your wife or I'm your girlfriend. There's limitations now. You understand? So if you have to come with him, or not even have to come with him. Sometimes you don't even have to talk these things. You just explore. You just go one day, okay, let's try this, you know, and you go and you do it. You may not like it, but at least it keep the adrenaline going. And not only that, it makes him a little bit like, ooh, she's a bit kinky. What was she?
Yeah, but
up
we're
to
still
next?
going back
You know
to
what I
sex.
mean?
That's what I'm saying.
No, but it's not just that. You could just go out.
Okay.
do a little
Do you know what?
picnic,
Do you know what? We
a
talked
little
about
massage,
sex. We talked
something
about
different.
food. Does a woman who's highly educated and who's very articulate as well, and who knows how to speak well, do you think it's part of keeping, you know, for the husband, a woman that he can have a conversation with?
Yeah.
Intelligent
Do you know
conversation.
what? That's a good one. I had a meeting this week, and the question came around, and the guy said, the reason I'm really leaving this relationship is because she's not academically sound.
But he should know that from
Hold on. So
start.
I was like, oh. did you just pick out on them because you guys have been in a relationship for a while? She was like, well, she doesn't do it for me anymore. I want people that are on the same level. So you're quite right. There's some people that they like people that can have stimulating conversation
Debates.
with them. It's something they can talk about. She like pick up a topic and she
But
can,
then
she
you
can
see,
deliver.
Some men don't like that because then they'll be like, oh, she thinks she knows it all and she talks too much and whatever.
But then it depends on the man.
Some men don't want women that are educated. Some men actually want women that are dumb that they could just talk to and she'll just put up and shut up.
Yeah, but then that's
these days when you're too educated, apparently you think you know it all as a woman and you're talking too much and you're rude and whatever. So
Emancipated.
yeah, so some men don't like the challenge of when you're having a conversation and you're debating. They just want you to just yes what they say.
But then what I'm saying, you don't figure that out after you marry the person. Obviously, you would have known that person is hard-headed or, as you say, submissive, as in, yes, master, I'll do whatever. But even the submissive one, as I say, after a while, the men, they get bored.
Okay, let's move on to another area. So does ways of keeping your husband happy or your partner happy, does that also include keeping his family sweet as well?
Yeah, you have to.
No. Me and my in-laws, we're tight, boy.
You have to be.
Are you sure you didn't marry
You have to be.
Me and my in-laws are tight. I love my in-laws.
We
I
know
love
we've
you
heard. Okay, so we know that obviously there's some people, you know, women that have good relationship with their in-laws and some don't. Okay, so do you think part of making your husband, you know, keeping him sweet, keeping him happy, is to put up with the...
No, not
put up. Feel, be yourself. Whatever it is you're doing for your relationship, whether it's for your husband's family, whether it's cooking, sex, time, do your best. Just do what you can. Don't
overextend yourself.
Don't do what I call eye service. As in, don't go out of your way to do something that you don't really want to do. Because for me, that's when it's eye service. And that's when, for me, you don't really get that satisfaction. For me, if I want to be nice to my in-laws or my mum-in-law and I maybe want to buy her a gift and I really genuinely want to send them money or whatever to those people, then do it because you just want to do it. Don't do it because, oh, I want to do it to impress, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe you don't really want to have sex from the anal, so you don't want to have the threesome and you'll be like, oh, let me do it to please the man. Or you come in and you're really tired, you don't want to cook, you now still go, when you have a meeting in the morning early, you still go and sleep and cook.
No, you see, my partner will know I'm angry because then I'm not cooking, and you know if I'm not cooking, there's something wrong. But as you say rightfully, I would do for my partner what I would expect him to do. So I'd say when I go and do something special for me, it's not because I'm trying to overdo anything. It's because that's what I expect. And sometimes I get bored and I'm thinking, oh, we keep doing the same thing over and over. I want to do something different. So we'll be like, okay, let's go to a movie or let's go, you know, to opera or whatever. He might be, I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. Then he get there, he likes it. You know what I mean? I might say, okay, let's go to a strip joint. I don't want to do that because that's me. Come on, let's go. You know, it's like different things.
Oh,
so
okay.
What?
She's kinky, let's continue.
Okay. We'll talk later behind the stage, backstage. Okay, so yeah, I think is there anything else? Is that being a good Christian wife? Does that still work?
Wait, if your partner is a Christian,
I think the spiritual is very important because I've seen marriage break down because they're not on the same wavelength. Because some people will argue with their husbands or wives to say you shouldn't pay tithes, that's money that we could use. Some partners feel we should do it. So I think you need to be on the same level in certain things. The same way with the sex thing. I would be offended if my partner can just say, oh, let's go and have a sex or threesome or whatever. That's an insult to me. And for me, it's like, hold on a minute. That I'm not on that level. For me, if you're thinking on that, that means me and you there's a disconnect somewhere. So I think it's important to have somebody on the same level because if you can have someone that will come to you and say let's do a 3 or 4-some, then you two must be on that same vibe in the first place. Because if not, that's an insult to your marriage or relationship.
The fact that he's coming out to you to actually suggest that to you, is that not good?
No, sorry.
It'd be interesting to find out where you got that. For what playbook are we playing back? Because we didn't do that. So why are you suddenly bringing it up? Like, where did I come?
No, because I'm just saying it because he's not now going to do it by himself out there. He's actually asking you for it. And
so who are we bringing in?
Don't ask me, don't do it.
Maybe Shari can recommend.
What? I personally
recommend what?
Being sweet with the in-laws is good. Trust me, it makes life a lot easier.
It's good for your peace of mind, so you're not doing it to satisfy him.
No.
Kind of thing. But don't do it for eye service, because I've seen people who have done it, like they've gone to literally borrow money from the bank,
Really?
you know,
That's
to please their in-laws, just to whatever, and then they
Nah.
still have issues. And come on now, like at the end of the day, it doesn't make
My
any
in-laws
sense.
know I've got lips and they like me. Like
Anyway,
that.
so guys, so we've said, you know, be a good cook when you can, okay? Be a good sex partner to your partner and be open
That's
to
key.
trying new things, okay? So yeah, time
Just
for
without
your
kids.
partner without the kids.
Yeah.
You know, be good to the in-laws where possible, because I'm in-laws, you know.
But you can still do all that.
Yes.
And it's still cheap.
And it will still cheat, you know. And then
it is what it is.
yeah,
exactly.
and be a good
Come start.
Christian, good Muslim,
Because
or
they're
Sikh or
hunters.
Hindu.
Sorry, I'm going back to the
Yeah.
hunters.
They
want
like
to
hunting.
want to
Why
hunt.
are they hunting?
They like hunting things.
They're like
That's
just
it.
hunt. They're just like
So the
a hunt.
question is to be like a mistress then. Don't do shit.
No.
Don't do shit, and trust me, the man will just keep coming. Because if you're saying that men are hunters and that's whatever, don't do nothing. Just be like, oh, I'm not sleeping with you today. No, I'm not cooking. No,
don't get me
trust
wrong.
me, the guy will be after you because that means you're
No,
keeping
don't get me
him.
wrong.
Take the domineering
No.
role, you know, in certain ways.
Yeah, I'm not just saying that you change. It's just like when you're dating, you do things differently. Yeah, when you're dating, you spice it up, as you say, you go out more. When you're married, why does it have to be boring?
No, but
why do you have to be like, oh,
when
can't
you're dating,
go
some
cinema
people's
or
some people, girlfriends will be like, oh, I'm not picking up my boyfriend's phone because I just want him to just
Miss me a bit.
miss me a bit.
No, man, you need to start having the same argument, man. But you're changing. But then you're changing.
Yeah, but some people, even some
No,
married,
but you just
actually,
said,
some kind of people even do that. They'll be like, let him miss me a bit. Let me not do
No, but you
this
just
or
said
whatever,
don't
whatever.
change. You just said don't
Yeah,
change.
of course.
So why, when I marry and sign a piece of paper, oh, I don't want to change. You bloody give me that phone if I say give you that phone because I'm even your wife, so you give me the phone even more, isn't it? It's the same. I don't understand why you have to change and be a little bit more submissive. You be yourself. If you're gonna be yourself, you be yourself. I'm not gonna pussyfoot around you going, oh, because you're on whatever. You know what I mean? No, but it's the truth.
Anyway, okay, Madam Shari, you're turned up, okay? Now cool down, alright? Anyway, guys, so you can see this has been a very interesting debate, okay? So men, please make it easy for us, okay? Those of you that are married, stop. Please, all these slay mamas and, you know, all these mistresses and side chicks, see, the thing is,
Heaven is real.
wait, heaven is real.
will
And not
find
just
out.
that, it's the same vagina, okay?
Yeah.
And after 5 minutes, as I said before, okay, let's make it 7. You're done, alright? So please, stick to your wives, okay?
It's
okay?
cleaner.
Because don't do what you regret because you have an urge. Because after a while, that urge passes. Then what?
Exactly.
Then what? Anyway, if you haven't subscribed yet, click the red button and subscribe. And on that note, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.